By the gods, this is a good start. Where did these people set up their tent? If there's nothing around the next bend, I'm turning around. Finally. Hey you, little girl. Giacomo Nauta sent me. I'm here about the riddle. Do you speak Goretti? I'm a friend. Giacomo told you I would come.
He spoke of the hero of Andergast, a strong, courageous and clever man. Not someone I could slice open from head to foot in a blink of an eye.
I am the hero of Andergast.
Can you do magic? Heal things with fairy magic? The way the hero healed the dreams of an Andergastrian was magic?
It wasn't quite like that, but yes, I can repair things magically.
Then prove it. This before me is the flying fortress Kashal-Ri. I recreated it from my dreams. But no matter what I do, it keeps tipping over. Use your magic to make it stand up, and I'll let you see my father.
Piece of cake. No magic necessary here. A small fortress made of sticks. It keeps tipping over.
Use your magic to make it stand up, and I'll let you see my father.
Watch and learn.
Learn that you have a big mouth?
The fortress isn't broken, it's just badly made.
Don't make excuses. Use your magic to make it stand up, and I'll let you see my father. What are you doing?
Don't worry, I just want to try something.
Oh.
May I go in now?
Papa, there's someone here claiming to be a hero.
Send him in.
If you truly are the hero, then you're a bit boring. You remind me more of a stupid, grumpy peasant.
I'm a bird catcher, and I no longer care what others think of me. I rescued a fairy, and I freed a kingdom. I don't have to prove anything to anyone.
All right, go in. But watch your back, I'm right behind you.
Ah, Geron, how nice. Come, sit. Sit.
Are you Fahi?
Yes, sit down. Did you find this place all right?
Yeah. I was told that you sell a spell that can permanently change a person's form.
A person's or an animal's, but everything in its time. Tea?
All right.
Ah, a man of taste. That's good. Andergast is cold, is it not?
It's all right. But about that spell...
Of course. You understand that permanent physical transformation is a formidable power. It demands a great deal of courage to request such power.
I have my reasons.
I know. Giacomo told me as much. You know my price.
Giacomo said something about a riddle.
Correct. You like riddles, Geron, don't you?
As long as they can be solved.
Don't worry. You'll carry it with you for a while. Twist it and turn it in your mind. And perhaps even despair briefly. But when you finally solve it, the reward will be much sweeter.
Where did you get this riddle anyway?
For more than 3 moons, my daughter and I have both had the same dream every night. It's even more wondrous that this dream tells a true story, a memory from a time 450 years ago when our world faced its greatest battle. I will now tell you the beginning of the dream. You don't need to know more. And then the riddle. If you can solve it, you'll receive the power to restore your beloved.
And if not?
Garon, you are the hero of Andergast. Of course you'll solve it. So, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Good. The dream begins, As I said, 450 years ago, in an ancient vault far beneath my home city of Fazar, the powers of darkness threaten the land, and the great and decisive battle is imminent. When one night, a group of heroes enters the tomb of an ancient Mogul mage.
Prepare yourselves. I shall open the burial chamber now. Are we all here?
All here, for crying out loud.
It could have been worse.
Sure, we could have lost the mute Farkina too, or the dainty princess who can't fight.
Calm yourself, Shabib. You're not the only one whose nerves are frayed.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Did the princess have to see a little blood? Did it break her tender heart?
Yes. Crack. Now you'll have to endure me without one.
Princess Zadia, Alric, we must stick together. The legendary mask of Malakar lies within this burial chamber. If we succeed in bringing it to the Holy Army in the Rashtulian Wall, the battle against the demons will be mere child's play.
If we succeed, and these walls don't swallow us up first.
I'm working as fast as I can. I can't find the lock. Give me a moment. It has to be here somewhere.
Stay down.
Stay away from the Guardians, Princess. Even their detached limbs still have some life in them.
I hope that was the last. Why did the Farkina people cast you out?
None of your business.
True, your past is your problem alone. All that counts is that you lead us safely through the mountains to the army.
I just want my money, and soon.
I feel a throbbing, and they're warm, like a sick heart. They're watching me. I'm not touching that. It looks sticky and poisonous. It looks like blood. There are grooves here.
Letters? Can you read them?
No, they're just grooves. Nothing more.
Stay back. We don't know what else is hidden here. Now to get the key into the lock, and then the door will be open.
Where do you see a lock? The door is covered in filth.
What does a princess know about filth?
Enough to know that it can be washed off. That's good news for you, isn't it?
What are you trying to say?
Shh. Silence, please. I need quiet.
Mage,
Princess,
why exactly did you choose us as companions?
who are you talking about in particular?
Can that mercenary over there do anything other than hit things and yell?
That's more than you can do, Poppet.
Alric keeps the monsters at bay. He's a good man.
Will Rachvan really accompany us to the end?
Yes. As soon as we're finished here, he'll lead us through the Rashtulian Wall to the Holy Army. He grew up in those mountains. He knows the way better than any other.
You do know the Farkina's an outcast, don't you? Even his own people fear him.
We have no other choice. We need him.
How did a mage like you come to lead a group such as this?
I wanted to join the army in Punin when a nobleman from Fazar told me about the mask. The rest was a question of money and determination.
What was Haroon's role?
He was your personal bodyguard. He was supposed to protect you.
Which he did. Right up until the end.
I am sorry about him.
He knew the risks. The important thing is that you're still alive.
Did you specifically look for a princess?
No. I sent for a Ptolemid scholar, but those are hard to find in these bloody days. Only a few are able to defend themselves and not fall victim to the marauding bands currently battling for dominance in Fazar.
The streets of Fazar have always been a screaming nightmare.
And thus, it's an even greater miracle that you survived there for so long. You're the outcast heiress of a toppled ruler. I would not have bet my ducats on you.
Enough of that. What do we do next?
We force our way into the burial chamber of the Mughal and steal the Mask of Malakar. Then we take it over the peaks of the Rashtulian Wall to the Holy Army before they march into battle.
And there we triumph, or perish miserably.
The future of this world is in our hands.
How could it come to this? An invasion of evil in our age?
There are always dark times, Princess. But what exactly brought them about no longer matters. The only important thing is that we're prepared to fight. The greatest heroes of our age have gathered to fight the decisive battle in the Gorian Desert.
And to go down in history forever.
If we win.
How deep are we?
Only the gods know. Fazar was built up layer by layer on the ruins of older dynasties. Beneath that lay vaults as ancient as the land itself. This burial chamber, for example, was erected 2,000 years ago by the last living Mughal mage, Malakar. It is said he was a grand master of elemental and transformation magic. He could bend ore and earth to his will with the snap of his fingers. These halls were his greatest and last piece of work.
Are you sure that the mask waits behind these walls?
Yes, quite sure. No one knows where the Mughal Malakar obtained the mask, or if he even created it himself. But he was so obsessed with it and its power that he ultimately took it with him to his grave. It's also said that he never succeeded in awakening its true power while he lived.
What does it do?
They say that the wearer of the mask can turn any lost battle, indeed any defeat and any loss at all, into an enduring victory.
Why is it called the Holy Army?
The Holy Army is an army of clerics. Only with the holy might of the gods, so it is believed, can we withstand the attacking hordes of demons.
You said the army is advancing over the Rashtulian mountains. Why such a difficult route?
Most of the passes are guarded by the legions of evil. In addition, there's a magical place across the peaks of the Rashtulian Wall where they hope to forge a final, crucial alliance. We'll join the army there.
Aren't you starting to get tired of prattling?
He's right. We have to continue.
Do you have no more questions?
What's the problem?
The lock is hidden. I can't find it. Some sort of secret mechanism. Perhaps an objectum disapparatic.
Whatever it may be, you have to open it.
What did you call me before?
Shabib. That's Tula Media for little boy.
Without me, you'd be long dead.
Please, no quarrels.
She started it. Do you have a death wish? You saw what kind of creatures are running around out there. If this is what the princesses in this country are like, I would hate to see the kings.
Don't worry, you won't. The last Caliph of Fazar was skinned alive 5 moons ago.
Was he a tyrant?
Yes, like every ruler in this city. Besides,
What?
Did you see the tattoo on her arm? I believe it's the mark of Malakar. She's a direct descendant.
We brought the great-great-great-great-granddaughter of an accursed mogul mage monster into his burial chamber. Are you out of your mind?
She's a good person, trust me, and we'll soon need her.
The legacy of these hands held me prisoner my whole life. But today, I will finally free myself. Oh, Kasim, you'll regret what you've done to me. Can you hear me? I'm sorry about your broken legs. It's very lonesome down here. But one step closer, and we'll break your neck as well. Who will see you down here? Who will worship you? Pay homage to you? Very soon, I'll be 1,000 times greater than you ever were. And unlike you, I won't end up in a dark hole. You remind me of the palace guards I once knew. But unlike them, you were against me from the beginning and didn't stab me in the back later. Thanks, I suppose. If only I could pull it down somehow. Bastard. It would take too long to get him down. We're running out of time. Skewered by his own torch. What an unworthy death. It's hanging just out of reach. Our rope. If only we had noticed the Guardians from the other side. No, just listen to yourself. How pathetic you are. Haroon had to die. We all have to be prepared to die. That's the sacrifice we must make in order to rise above our miserable existence. Stand aside.
Under no circumstances should you touch the door.
Fine, then you'll have to do it.
What do you think you're doing?
There is no hidden mechanism. The door is just filthy. Brush it off, and you'll find your lock.
Hmm? Step back. The 6 legs open the 6 locks. By all 12 gods!
This is going so well.
Relax. I know you just want to help, but I can manage.
We'll have to glue it.
Now the blade is sticky. Here, glue the leg with this.
It's ready. Do you see the glowing inscription, Ulrich? Ancient Tula Media is a dead language spoken only by a very few, by even fewer, since the spiritual leaders of this city were executed together with their caliph. One must be educated to read this script. Educated, like a child from a noble family. Educated, like the last princess of Fazar. That's the reason we brought you. Now, tell me, what's the answer to the riddle on the chamber?
The gods be with me.
What? What do you read?
I can't tell you. It would change too much.
This is why we brought her?
I don't understand. Princess? Princess, where are you? By the 12, it's dark.
I'm over here.
Ah! Ow! Watch out for the beetle key when you leave. It's lying on the ground along with the door. If it breaks, we'll be locked in here.
What's that smell?
Ulrich! Don't come in! There's gas in the air! Shine the torch carefully through the door, but stay outside, and no magic! Astral energy could trigger a trap. Be careful where you set foot, Princess.
Difficult without light.
If you know a way to make light without fire or magic, then tell me.
Have you found anything?
Yes, I believe so, but I have to see it to be sure.
Ow! I cut my hand. The hook is now covered in my blood. That should be enough.
By the...
Is that it?
Yes. Yes, that's it. The Mask of Malakar. With that, we will win the battle against the demons once and for all.
Ayal! A guardian!
Guard the door. If the beetle key is damaged, we'll be locked in here.
Come on then. Yalla. Kill me. My life isn't worth much anyway. Weakling. The flames in his eyes are hot. Huh? What's that? Blood? Smoke? The staff? What does that mean? The bandage is now soaked with blood.
Ah, welcome,
What was that? Who are you? What are you doing in my head? Hello?
You must touch me if you want to hear me, Shahrazad.
Are you a demon?
To be honest, Shahrazad, I have no idea. I can't remember. All at once, I was here, in the dark, chained fast, countless centuries ago.
You're lying.
Not at all. I've seen the rise and fall of every mote of dust in this chamber. It's only my own story that I don't know.
Why do I hear you in my head?
That comes from your blood, which you sacrificed to me.
I've made a pact with a demon?
Forgive me. I should have warned you beforehand.
Open that door. You can do that, can't you?
I'm afraid not. No.
Then what can you do?
I can light the braziers and extinguish them, and I can give orders to the Guardians.
Awaken the Guardians and order them to tear down the gate.
But then you'll run away and leave me behind. Many millennia will pass before another princess stumbles into the cave.
You know who I am?
Yes, I heard your talk outside the burial chamber. What would you say to another pact? I'll help you get out of the burial chamber, and you'll take me with you. Princess and court magician, mistress and servant. Together we'll conquer the world.
Deal.
What? Really? Who would be stupid enough to free a frightening creature like me so carelessly?
I take what I can get.
You frighten me.
Light the torches.
Let us do that together, Shahrazad. Turn your bright eyes upon the darkness and concentrate. As long as you're touching me, you can speak to me, but you can also cast my spell. Behold the glories of my master's final resting place. By my ancestors, you're beautiful.
So we have an agreement?
Yes, we do.
Good. You're stuck.
I have been hanging here for a very long time, after all. You'll need to loosen the bracket and pull me toward the sky with a strong jerk.
Oh, you remember the sky?
The sky. Freedom. The sparks and sounds of language. Some things one never forgets.
He's buried beneath the Guardian. I might be able to free him with magic, but not with my bare hands. It's much too heavy for me to be able to move it. At one end, the magic staff, at the other, a heavy metal ball. Now what? Where does it go? There, I freed you. Now what?
Now, I finally have legs, and I'm no longer alone.
I meant, how do we get out of here?
We don't. Nobody can escape these walls.
But you said...
Oh, Shahrazad, this is the darkest hole, the likes of which the world has never known. Here, even nothingness means nothing at all. Not even the promise a piece of wood makes to one who is doomed. But let's be friends nonetheless. We could play with the light, or awaken the Guardian, or...
Even if you will not, I will abide by our agreement. I'll find a way out of here, and if you help me, I'll take you with me.
Shahrazad?
And stop calling me Butterfly. I'm not a butterfly, and we're not friends. From now on, you'll do what I say.
What if I won't?
Then I'll toss you into an even deeper hole, where absolutely no one will ever find you again.
As you command, mistress. You're too kind, mistress. Ksh! Move!
He's still holding the mask. And Haroon's dagger. You're still alive?
Take the mask away from here.
Calm yourself. Gather your strength.
Mistress, don't you see he's as good as dead?
Have you no pity?
Do you?
Where should I take the mask?
To Draconia. To the prince.
To the prince? What prince? Alved? Are you still there?
He lies bleeding on the ground, and you pepper him with questions. You truly have no pity, do you?
I do, but pity would not have changed anything.
It would have made you more human.
Says a talking staff. I can no longer find the crack.
Let there be eternal darkness.
Eternal darkness. You can turn them on again any time.
Mistress, I know I'm no poet, but please, leave my flowery language alone.
I can't get it open any farther with my hands.
The spell doesn't work on that. This was the only stone giant in the hall with a will of his own.
So you weren't able to play your little games with him?
No, I didn't say that.
Wake him.
What should he do, mistress? Let there be light! A grand burial chamber just for you.
We'll see about that. I can't reach it.
It's holding on tight. Now what?
Staff, make the arm grab the leg and throw it up to me.
Do you know how strong these guardians are? It would be crushed as soon as the arm grabs it. Think of something else. What are you doing? I can't see a thing.
I'm wrapping the bandage around your horns.
Whatever for?
You'll find out eventually. Once was enough. Got it.
Do I have to tell you how humiliating that was?
No, I'm perfectly aware. It's sticky now. Order the Guardian to pull down the door. Harder. Make him pull harder.
He can't. The door is too strong for him.
If this one can't do it, then another one will have to.
Ah, Princess, that won't do any good. I've had eons to try and pull down these walls, and I haven't succeeded. Why should a girl achieve so much more in a short time than I did in a millennia? Awaken! accept it finally and give up. The Guardians are much too weak.
The Colossus is also a Guardian, right? Wake him.
Charizard, are you really sure?
I said wake him.
As you wish.
Take the Guardian and pull.
What was that?
I tore open a door through pure force of will.
No, you laughed like a young girl.
Hey,
You? You're still alive?
I waited.
You could have helped me.
You have the mask. Where's my money?
Our employer is dead. You'll get your money if you help me get out of here and take me through the mountains to Draconia. Wait. Stop. I'll pay you.
You?
You forget. I'm a princess.
What do you have?
You will have this silver platter in payment.
Silver is not enough.
As the daughter of the Caliph, I possess wealth beyond your imagining.
The Caliph is dead. The palace plundered. I was there.
If you take me safely to our destination, you'll receive my most precious possession. My Almandin. It's worth more than anything else you'll ever hold in your hands.
Good. Draconia for the ruby.
Deal.
He'll make a poor servant to you.
At least I know what to make of him.
May I ask you something else? Because I don't understand you. Why are you doing all this? You're rich, beautiful. You have power. What else do you want to achieve?
I want to go to war, and I need a weapon.
But why?
To win the battle, to be immortalized in history. 1,000 years from now, people will tell tales of my deeds and whisper my name in awe. Sadia al-Kabir, the greatest heroine the world has ever seen.
Sadia al-Kabir? Never heard of her.
Neither you nor anyone else. The poor girl has been utterly forgotten.
How does the story continue?
With the help of the Frakina, Sadia took the mask over the Rashtulian wall to Draconia. She joined the troops there and went to battle. But those are all unimportant details. Don't concern yourself with them. Only one thing matters. The riddle I shall now tell you. The inscription on the burial chamber.
How can the rest of the story not be important?
Well, it is important, but not for you. Trust me. In this one case, ignorance is truly a blessing.
If no one remembers her, how do you know that this woman really existed?
I investigated it myself. Malakar's burial chamber really existed, and over 450 years ago, a young woman was seen climbing out of that very tunnel with a fakina and setting out towards the Rashtulian wall. I swear to you, in the name of my father and all my forefathers, Sadia's tale is a true story.
Do I understand you correctly? The glowing inscription on the burial chamber, that's the riddle?
Quite correct. An archaic inscription written in ancient Talamedia. As an educated Talamede princess, Sadia was the only one who could read it. I created a transcription from my memory, and an old friend translated it for me. It reads, as the stone over the scarab, so rules the scarab over the stone. Enter if to you the answer is known. If not, then forever your life I'll own.
Eerie.
I believe Sadia knew the answer, else she would never have entered the chamber.
But why didn't she tell the others? Didn't she send them all to their doom that way?
I see you paid attention. I give you 3 days to solve the riddle. On the 4th day, I'll move on, whether you know the answer or not.
And if I solve it by then?
You shall have what you want from me. A spell of the mightiest transformation. A spell which transforms any living being into any form you desire.
Deal.
I like you, Geron. I'm certain our business will turn out well for both of us.
Believe me, I hope so too. Strange fellow. Nuri, I'm back. I think I found someone who can help you. Nuri?
I'm here.
What's wrong?
My wound opened. My wing is bleeding again.
Oh no, were you playing with animals again? You're a raven now. You can't do that anymore.
I wasn't playing. It just opened again.
It doesn't look too bad. You lie and rest. I'll make a salve for you. For Nuri's salve of healing, I need to mix ground up whirlweed with salve fat. Salve fat. I can only pray that the Lady Perina will allow the use of simple grease just this once.
Oh.
Don't move. If you move, it'll just get worse. I'll hurry with the salve. I tried everything. I asked Hazinda clerics, stole magic books from the school, made pacts with witches. Nothing and nobody can restore the power of the artifact. And anyway, Nuri's old body is lost forever. I hope this far he will keep his promise.
Ho ho, Nuri. I, King Chestnut, bid you good evening.
Good evening, King Chestnut.
Why so sad, my lovely?
I don't know. Right now, I just want to sleep.
Oh, that's a very wise idea. It's so wise that I hereby officially appoint you to be my Minister of Sleep.
Oh, thank you, dear King.
You have earned this title honestly.
Do you like your new bird tree?
Yes. Geron, why must there be a fairy again before we can leave here?
Because that's what you are. A fairy, not a raven. And Giacomo says we need to hurry about changing you back. He says that a fairy soul is a tender thing. Who knows what'll happen if it stays in the wrong body for too long. And it's much easier for me to protect you here than it would be on the road. If only you would let me protect you. It's filled with magic fairy water from Nuri's cave. Do you miss your family, Nuri? The fairy queen and king?
A little, but I prefer not to look back. The animals and plants of this world are my family now.
That accursed harp. If it hadn't been for that, you'd still be yourself.
I don't want to think about that. It was so horrible.
By Travia, it's all greasy. If I pull on this, I'll tear the whole curtain. I can barely keep up with the repairs as it is. The skulls hail back to Gwynling's time.
They're disgusting. Why don't you take them down?
We need to keep up appearances. If anyone notices that I no longer catch birds and live with a talking raven instead, they'll burn us alive.
But you saved them all. You ought to let them know.
The bird catcher a hero? They'll all laugh at me. Anyway, I don't care what those idiots think of me.
But if they thought well of you, your life would be good.
Nuri, my life has been good. It was good to travel with you. It's enough for me that you know what we did. I'll cut out a rag. The rag's now covered in fat. I can grind up the herb with the knife handle. There. The strip is small enough. Perina, please let this fat be enough for Nuri's wound. It's all I have. There. And next, we'll make you a fairy again.
Did you meet the man?
Yes, I don't know if I can trust him though. But if Giacomo is right, then soon everything will be like it used to be. You'll be as tall as a human again, and together we'll travel across Aventuria and have one adventure after another.
When do you think I'll be able to fly again?
Let's see how your wound is doing tomorrow. Maybe we can go and practice a little.
Fine. Sleep well, Geron.
Sleep well, and don't worry. Soon everything will be as it was. As the stone over the scarab, so rules the scarab over the stone. Enter if to you the answer is known. If not, then forever your life I'll own.